Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Where are we? That's what you're wondering. Well, we're in some of the back streets, some of the lowlands of Tala village, and we're going to wiggle and we're going to waggle our way out towards Ember, and we're going to transcend into Paphos via the old town area. So if you sit back and relax, kick off the flip-flops and pour yourself a frappe or something perhaps a little bit stronger. If your name's Mr. Doug, all the way out in Scotland, perhaps a tot of rum and a little bit of coke, and sit back and relax. Get one in each hand and I'm sure write that next love story. Could be the story of Marika and me. So here we are, and slowly but surely we are going to join the main road from Midtown Tala that takes us down to Lower Tala through Ember, and of course we will start our trek towards Paphos town. Tala is a very, very popular place indeed, by the way, with the locals and the expats, and people looking to relocate, people looking to retire, and people looking for somewhere to live who are still working. I want to say working, I mean obviously they're working offshore or something like that. So it's a very, very popular place indeed. Huge expat community. Around about half of the population of Tala itself, so that's around about 3,000 people, are of foreign national descent. A lot of them are British, there's a lot of Russians, a lot of Germans, a few Swiss and so forth. So here we are, this is the main road, and we're going through the shopping area of Tala. There's not a lot here, but there is a property seller, there's a hair salon, there is a pharmacy, there are a couple of restaurants obviously, there is a pool cleaning shop, you've got Oliver's Delicatessen, and just over here you've got the Mace supermarket. So if you understand anything you can actually want on a daily basis, well, you can get it in Tala without having to go that far and perhaps down to the big supermarkets and into Paphos. But of course, as I've said, Paphos town centre is but a 10-minute drive away, and if you want to go down to the coast, again, it is less than 10 minutes to get down to, should we say, the Kosonaga beach area, and a very, very nice beach area indeed. And to be honest, one of the quieter areas. Coral Bay gets very, very busy, and of course certain areas of Paphos town at the Rikos beach will get very, very busy because of course they are the most famous beaches. But in and around Kosonaga there are quite a few little hidden coves, and some of them are waiting especially for you. Now feast your eyes and digest that view out across the greenage, the foliage of these rather nice trees, and of course you can see that the sea is looking very, very blue indeed. Summer appears to have finally arrived. We are in the first week of May, if you're curious to know, and if you want to know what the temperature is, if you're getting ready to go off on your holidays, and perhaps your name is Miss Dawn, you've got a husband called Mr. Sean, a cat called Miss Daisy, and a very, very clever dog indeed called Bobo. Well, the temperature today is in and around 24 degrees. Yes, you heard me correctly. First week of May, and it is 24 degrees, and they are predicting a spectacular week, and the temperatures are only going to go one way, and that is up, up, and up. So if you were to go right there, you would actually go into Ember village, but we're going to bypass it and keep on going, and slowly but surely we are going to transcend into the Clorica area and then into the oldish town area of uptown Paphos. So if you sit back and relax, slowly but surely you will get to learn your way in and around the area known as Paphos, and now and again we do go further afield. Now on that note, if you I'm dying by the way, if you're wondering how the channel is funded, well, there's a little platform and it's called Buy Me a Coffee. Google it and you'll find it, and what it does, it allows our family members, that's you, to contribute to the channel, and what you can do is buy us a virtual coffee or two to say a big thank you for something perhaps we may have done, or maybe we've helped you out in some way. And also now there is a membership part to the Coffee and Me platform. In other words, you can make a monthly contribution to the channel to help to keep us afloat, and there's a couple of tiers in there. So you can also be a Superstar Plus, because that's what we like to call our family members, and you can request special videos for you. And on that note, if you're looking for a special video, perhaps you want to go somewhere extra special, or perhaps you want to know where some hotel complex is in relation to the Paphos Harbour, well, you know what you do. Go through to the About page, find the Buy Me a Coffee icon, click it a few times and request it in the comments, and that video will be coming especially for you very, very soon. Now, we are starting our ascent into the spectacular tourist town, which is actually a working town, by the way. You know, everyone sees it as a tourist town, but Paphos is actually a working hub. Lots of things going on. You've got banks working here, obviously. You've got agriculture going on. We've got fields and farmers and all those kind of things. We've got factories, we've got industrial parks and industrial estates. Yes, they're not huge, but there's a lot of things going on. We've got people who've got body shops, we've got people who've got mechanic shops. Who can they be? Well, that could be me, Mr. Paul. If you need a body shop, or you need a mechanic, perhaps for your hire car, or you live in downtown Paphos, well, you know what to do. Drop it in the comments, and of course, if your name is Miss Yvonne and you're living in downtown Paphos, that's exactly what she did. And we're going to go steal her Mercedes, and we're going to fix the window controls that ain't working correctly, and take her car back. And all Miss Yvonne has to do is hang out around the pool and chill while she waits for the immigration office to issue her with her special visa, because Miss Yvonne is all the way from New York in the United States. So a big shout out to you, Miss Yvonne, and of course to Mr. Steve, who's all the way from the UK. And we're looking forward to popping over to the Cotswolds and drinking a glass of plonk or two very, very soon. So here we go. We are starting the ascent down into, well, Lower Clorica is what it's called, and then we're going to take a left and we're going to head in towards the old town. So you're getting to see a new route today, a route that Mr. Paul has not taken you on before. So sit back and enjoy the, well, speed bumps and the undulations that are in the road, because the road surfaces, wow, they are absolutely Sherlock Holmes. What does Sherlock Holmes mean if you're new to the channel? Well, quite simply, it means SHIT. But we're a family-friendly channel, so we don't like to use bad language, that's for sure. Now, if you're wondering where Marika is, if you've spotted her in one or two of the previous videos, well, she's popped off to see her mum, but don't worry, she's going to be back on our screens on Sunday, because she's jetting back into Larnaca on Saturday afternoon. So she'll have a bit of a sleep, rejuvenate herself, get dressed up in something, undressed, get dressed, dressed, undressed. You know what it's like. There we are. And eventually we will get to make a video, and probably it'll be a little sit-down video in our favourite little place, and she will be saying a big hello and a thank you for this and a thank you for that to all of the superstars that like to tune in now and again to the little channel known as Marika and me. And we want to thank every single person that chooses to watch us, every single person that chooses to become a member of our family. And we are truly humbled, and we thank you from the bottom of our two hearts. If there's something we can do to repay you, please drop it in the comments, and we will do our very, very best to make a special video for you. So this now is the main road from Clorica, Midtown, or Uptown as I like to call it, into the older town area of Paphos. So we're going to take a left, and here we go. We've got Chris Cool air conditioning. If you've got problems with your car's air conditioning, that's where you go. If you want a piece of Pizza Hut, if your name is Miss Andrea, all the way out in Norfolk. And the other day they popped over to Suffolk, and apparently they're going to go to Welfolk very, very soon and make a special video for Marika and me. Here we go. This is slightly inclined uphill, and then we're going to start the descent down towards the old town of Paphos. And I promise you, when we get through the old town, we're going to drop down towards the Tomb of the Kings area, and you're going to get a spectacular view out across that blue Mediterranean Sea. A great place to come for your holidays, or to relocate, or to retire That's what Paphos is. Very, very popular indeed. There's an awful lot of foreign residents in Paphos, that's for sure. There's mixed reports on how many foreigners live in Cyprus, in particular British people, somewhere between 30,000 and 90,000. So they need to do a new census, that's all I can say. The last time I was included in the census, I think, was in 2011. So that's quite a long time ago, wasn't it? 12 years ago, to be precise. People have asked, how long have I been in Cyprus? I've been here 15 years. Marika has been here for 22 years. So we do know one or two things about Cyprus. In particular, one or two things about Paphos. So if you are looking for information, drop in the comments, and if I can give you that information, I will. No charge, totally free of charge, that is for sure. So if you're looking, should we say, where's this hotel in relation to the harbour? You know, is it a 5-minute walk or is it a 20-minute walk? If you want to know the answer to that question, drop in the comments and ask us, and we will give you the answer. Can I fly from Paphos to New York? If you want it, you can, but you can't fly direct. You have to probably fly to the UK first and then jump on a Virgin and then go on your travels to New York. So questions that you want the answers to, shall we say, drop them in the comments and we'll do our very, very best to answer them. I'm shocked, Miss Andrew, look at that. Those lights are still on green, even though I was held up by the man going into his garage to put exhausts on his car. That's what he does. That's a guy who fits exhausts onto his car. Now, you may have noticed that this is a little bit oldie worldy. This is the start of the old town, and we are going to descend through it. It's starting to busy itself up a little bit just before 10 o'clock in the morning, and slowly but surely it does kick into life. But a lot of people like to take it easy in Cyprus, whether you are a local, whether you are an expat, or whether you're a tourist. We like to chill. We don't want to work too hard, and we don't want to rush around too much. And of course, lunch is coming in but a couple of hours. And these are the important things in life, aren't they? So most people come to Cyprus, Paphos in particular, to chill out. That's what they do. Miss Justine, Mr. Andy, they're coming to chill out in September, and they're going to hang out in the Avanti Hotel just off the triangle area of Paphos in downtown Paphos. And there's many people that like to chill, isn't there? We've got J&T Mac, that's Justin, and Tracy Mac. They're hanging out in the Sofiana Resort and Spa, and they brought the superstars known as Miss Sophie and of course my mate JJ. So they are hanging around in downtown Paphos, and hopefully J-Mac has sorted out my GoPro camera, so you never know, the camera quality may get better in the next week or so once I familiarise myself with it. I mean, the production quality will be absolutely rubbish, but the camera quality hopefully will get better, and the quality of the colours and all those kind of things will get better, hopefully, because last year I bought a GoPro 11 Hero or whatever it's called, and on his recommendation, and I remember I was sitting in the Gilalamo restaurant with some superstars, and those superstars were Lady so sweet Caroline, and of course Lord Nigel Big Guns, and the two superstars known as Double Trouble, Double Pleasure, or as I like to call them, a couple of pains, Lord Jeremy and Lord Simon. And I had a phone call from a courier that said, "Hello, Mr. Paul, I have a package for you all the way from Holland, and it's coming from Gold Pro." So I went and moseyed on down and met him and returned back to the Gilalamo, and I actually unboxed it live in front of Lady O'Sweet, Lord Nigel, and of course the two lords known as a couple of pains, and tried it out twice, and on both occasions it overheated. Anyway, there you go. So of course I put it back in a box and chucked it in the drawer and forgot all about it. But hopefully this time he's changed the settings a little bit, so I'm going to play around with it for a week or so, and hopefully I'll get to grips with it, and hopefully I'll fall in love with it, and hopefully, as I say, the picture and quality of the camera work will get better, but the production and the complete and utter rubbish that I talk will remain exactly the same. So on that note, if you like what you see, want to hit the like, click the subscribe, and perhaps come back to a little bit more of my complete and utter madness. Look at this for a road service. Absolutely Sherlock Holmes. But I'm sure you can see the sky. That's blue. The sea, you saw it, that's blue. Mr. Paul's dressed head to toe in blue. Get yourself on a big bird or a canoe and start paddling like crazy. And let me transport you back to the 70s, as Lady Oh so sweet Caroline says. And in fact, last night apparently she was transcended into her flared pyjamas as she went to bed. All I can say is watch the whiplap, the kickback on those flares. And if your name is Lord Nigel Big Guns, I'd go and sleep in another bed. There we go. Thanks for watching. And of course, we will see you in the next one again very, very soon indeed.